everyone who's saying, oh, Judge Sotomayor, this is hyperbole, she's been an alarmist. No, she looked at those core constitutional issues.
That was legal analyst Mercedes Colwin on Fox News telling the Fox audience that the Supreme Court has cleared the way for former President Donald Trump, if he gets back into power, to be able to order a military coup. That, of course, is a horrifying proposition, but now the one that we have to seriously worry about, thanks to the Supreme Court conferring near blanket immunity on the president for loosely defined official acts. And while I think it is bad enough for any president to have that much power, considering how we tend to have a history in the United States of war criminal presidents as of recently, it's now even worse with the threat of a second, even more authoritarian Trump presidency. Now, the right wing, of course, knows this. In fact, there's a lot of them that seem to be that seem to be counting on Donald Trump abusing his power. Some of them wanting him to do that because they want him to own the libs. Okay, and yet you have people like Kayleigh McEnany, who are the ones that are calling Sotomayor's dissent hyperbolic. Here's what she wrote a week ago. The Sotomayor dissent, I think, can be described as apoplectic, hyperbolic. The only problem with that is we have checks and balances in the form of Congress's checks and the executive all throughout the Constitution. Yes, checks and balances, you know, like criminal prosecution. Oh, right. Yeah, blanket immunity, don't have that. Now, what she's talking about really is one tool, impeachment, right? Which is, by the way, not a criminal trial. It is a civil trial, okay? It is a political trial meant to basically remove you from office for high crimes and misdemeanors, right? Now, the thing about impeachment is that it requires a very high bar, about 2/3 majority of congressmen to vote on that. We are very unlikely to get that due to political polarization, as we have seen in the two impeachment attempts aimed at former President Donald Trump and now convicted felon. Didn't work. Republicans rallied, as they will in any attempt to hold any Republican president accountable for any potential crimes that they would be now immune from prosecution on. So knowing that, where exactly are the checks and balances here, Kayleigh? By the way, has Trump ever deferred to the law? No, he's a convicted criminal. But I'm going to get to more video here from Colwin, who, again, is disturbingly correct.
She looked at those core constitutional issues. Number one, the president can command the military. So when she said that a sitting president can now say to the military, I want to stay in power, let's just do a military coup. Guess what? She's relating back to those core constitutional rights that the sitting president has. Absolute immunity, so that's permitted. What about accepting a bribe for a pardon? Again, someone criticizing Justice Sotomayor said, well, this is outrageous, this is crazy, this is hyperbole, she's been an alarmist. No, she's going back to the rationale given by the majority, which says that that's the core constitutional right of the sitting president. And therefore, that means that he has absolute immunity. That's problematic.
Accepting a bribe is something that came up in oral argument. And so, for example, appointing ambassadors, absolutely an official act. It's in the Constitution. But if there's a bribe involved, to me, these prosecutions become more difficult.
And there it is. I mean, here you have Fox News nailing it on the facts. Howard Kurt's like, yeah, that's going to be really hard for prosecutors. And she's like, yeah, this is problematic. This is a lot of power for a sitting president. Look, military coup, permitted. President's commander-in-chief of the military, bribery, permitted. Doesn't matter. Sure, it's against the law to take a bribe in exchange for like a pardon or something, or an ambassadorship, okay, which are pretty plum positions, right? But if you cannot prosecute a president for an official act, those are official acts after all, then what's to prevent any unscrupulous president from selling off political appointments for cash? Or if you're Trump, to staying in power because you don't feel like leaving. oh, yeah, no, it's a voter fraud. That's it. We're just going to scrap this whole thing. We're going to redo it. You know, why not? And I'm just going to order the military to go and seize these voting machines. What's to prevent him from doing it? Okay? A strongly worded letter from the Democrats in Congress? Yeah. And then he'll just drone strike the congressional building. Again, if you don't have if you have blanket immunity to do anything that you want, that is part of your core duties, okay? Then, and by the way, the Constitution doesn't allow that. Military being, deployed inside the United States. The Constitution doesn't allow that. You think this guy gives a crap about the Constitution? No, he doesn't give a crap about any of the laws. He's a convicted criminal. That's what some people have to get through their heads. He does not care about the law, okay? Doesn't care about the law. He is a criminal, which means he's going to do criminal things if it helps him, okay? And that's the problem here. This is what we're facing. If you don't think that Donald Trump is capable of doing any of this, you don't know Trump. You are either in the cult or you're in denial, okay? We do not have the institutional strength to be able to now face a super ultra conservative Supreme Court that has just conferred absolute immunity to the executive branch, and Trump, who, again, if he wins Project 2025, he's trying to distance himself from Project 2025. Bullshit. All right? Bullshit. Total and complete bullshit. I don't believe that for a second, and neither should you. Okay? The Project 2025 that would give just an enormous amount of power to the executive branch, to Donald Trump himself. If you think he's not going to take near unlimited power, once again, you don't even. It's not that you don't know Trump; it's that you don't know humanity overall. Okay, absolute power corrupts absolutely, and if you're already corrupt, well then you're going to take it anyway, and you're going to use it. That's just human nature, okay? Even Fox News hosts, okay? Even Fox News hosts and legal experts are now admitting, oh, it looks like the Supreme Court pretty much made the president a king, and maybe that's not so much of a good thing. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.